where I was staying, my neighbor's wife, I was having an affair with her, and she gave birth to a son.
Sir, please speak up so they can hear you.
Yeah, she gave birth to a son, and I knew that that child is mine, that belongs to me.
Yo, my people, it's the people them daddy Vatri, aka Vatri Fiskatafora. She said this before and I'll say it again. Inside this life, another life the inside. And inside that life, we had another finish. Okay guys, like I said, so many persons are actually lining up waiting for me to be done. So Sam, I was so shocked when I saw the fact that you're a cripple. If I had known that there's a cripple there, I would have asked you to come earlier than this. So I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I didn't know you were disabled. So
No problem.
yeah, I would like you to tell my audience why you're here and what you want us to do for you.
I'm here for me to seek advice on it's something I see as a mistake, but now there's on other angles I see it as something that's like a blessing, but I'm confused. I'm very much confused because about 15 years ago, this is something that happened 15 years ago, where I was staying, my neighbor's wife, I was having an affair with her, and she gave birth to a son.
Sir, please speak up so they can hear you.
Yeah, she gave birth to a son, and I knew that that child is mine, that belongs to me. And I've been married for some years, but due to the accident that made me a cripple, the doctor confirmed that I could no longer bear a child of my own.
That you can no longer bear children.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and being a prince, my father is in critical condition, like he's in the hospital. Yes, he's in the hospital. And from the way things are going, expecting the worst, if we kick buckets, be the priest, I'll be the one to take over. But without having a son, that opportunity wouldn't be there. So I'm thinking of claiming my son, but it will scatter their marriage. So I don't know what to do. I'm confused. So that's why I come.
Okay, so basically you've been married for how long?
7 years.
And you've not been able to have a child with your wife?
Yes.
How old is that your son? Like, oh, okay, rather, and how sure are you that that child of your neighbor's wife is yours?
I'm very much sure because she told me. She herself told me
that the child is your child.
Yeah, she told me that husband not touch her then at that particular time, and he's this kind of person that work this offshore work and all that. So
okay, so her husband did not touch her that
period. So she had to do everything possible for him to touch her. But before then, she had already taken. She told me.
Okay, so you are sure the baby is yours?
Yeah. So I too, I was afraid. So we were just like looking for a way to cover it up. And
So I have a question to ask you before I hand it over to my audience for their opinions. Um, you're married for 7 years now. 7 years now. How do you, if someone has an affair with your wife? How would you feel if someone have an affair with your wife? How would you feel?
uh, I'll feel bad.
You will feel bad. Okay, that's the
Yes.
answer. Now, well, why were you having an affair with your neighbor's wife?
She's no, she's. I don't know. She's that beautiful and um, just like you saw there. You know when your neighbor's wife seducing you. You will know. So the green light was there.
She was seducing you.
Yes, and I fell for it.
Wow. Okay, at this point, you want to go back to her and tell her you need your son.
Yes.
Why did you not take responsibility of the child then, or rather, why did you not immediately collect your son at that moment when she told you that the child was yours?
Because I wouldn't want them to have problem in their marriage.
You didn't want them to have problem in their marriage.
Yes.
And what about now? Don't you
So,
think it's still the same thing?
no, it's the same, but now that it's something that has to do with the throne. Well, I wasn't seeing that coming. But now that it has to do with something that has to do with the throne, I'm so confused. Because everybody has taken it as that I don't have a male child, that a child of my own, and the other family that will take over from me, they are already expecting it. As in that is,
They are happy.
they're happy. They're happy. Father is disappointed in me because nobody knew this. Nobody.
So, before I hand you over to my audience, originally, what is your own opinion? What is your own idea? What is it you want to do on your own? Assuming this platform is not available, what would you have wanted to do originally?
To say the fact. To say the fact. I would have opened up to my father.
Okay.
Since he's a king, I would have opened up to my father so that he will be the one to take over the whole thing. As in stand for me, settle the case, but it will surely lead to a case. It will surely lead to a case, a serious case. So, but now that it's down, it's down. It's just for me to go call our family, invite our family, then just open up to our family first.
How are you going to handle your wife? Like, what are you going to tell your wife, or rather, what is going to be the reaction, or rather, how do you explain to your wife that you have a son somewhere that you never told her of. And all of a sudden, because you discovered that you can no longer give birth, you opened up and remembered you had a son that you just want to bring into the house. This is something that happened 15 years ago, like you said. Means your son is big enough, like he will be 15 or 14 years by now. So how do you explain this to your wife, and how do you think your wife is going to take this?
I'll just open up to her. I know that she will not take it lightly, but she knows that I'm somebody that respect her, and since then she know. So I'll just explain everything to her.
Wow. So right now you want public opinion on how to handle this issue.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I would say sorry for your present condition. You said it was an accident, right?
Yes, it was an accident.
Wow.
And it was after our marriage.
After your marriage?
Yes.
Like how? How? Explain.
After our marriage.
How many years after your marriage?
Not even yet, just weeks. Just after the first week.
After the first week of your marriage?
Yes.
And you've been married for 7 years?
7 years.
So for the past 7 years, you've been like this with your wife. And she has been faithful to you. She has been like this. She has endured like this, knowing the fact that she could not give birth for you.
Yes.
Why didn't you just adopt?
She's this believer, you know, all those believers. She says she has the faith that God.
Okay, she has the feel that one day you will give birth.
Yes. That there's nothing God cannot do.
Surely there's nothing God cannot do. What God cannot do does not exist.
Yeah.
I join faith with your wife, and I believe what God cannot do does not exist. But in this case now, like you're saying, you want to hear public opinion.
Yes.
It's not like you doubt God.
No, it's not that I doubt God, just that the way
things are.
My father condition, expecting the worst. You get the point?
I get.
Yeah, what if it happens? So it's better I prepare ahead
of it.
Yes.
Okay, you guys, you've heard from this young man. He said he's supposed to be the next king, but he needs a son. And 15 years ago, he had a son with his neighbor's wife. They have other children, but that particular one is his son. Is that her last child, or she has other child afterwards?
No, that is the last one.
That's the last.
Yes.
Her last child belongs to him, and he needs your advice right now because he had accident 7 years ago after his marriage. So the doctor told him he would not be able to give birth. And for the past 7 years, he has been on this wheelchair. So please, he needs your advice if to go back and retrieve his son from the woman who gave birth to him, who gave birth to the son for him, which is his former neighbor's wife. So please, I need your honest opinion on this issue. Thank you very much. Please share this video, comment, and tag anybody you think is in a better position to give him advice on this matter. Cheers.